Now, we mentioned there that Euro qualifier against Israel, yet another of many games where England will probably put their fans through the ringer. As much as any country, we know the power of the beautiful game. So too does South Africa, which is going to host, of course, the next World Cup.
But what about the healing power of football? Because that's what Charlton Athletic are calling on as they reach out to the street kids of Cape Town. Ronke Phillips has a second in her exclusive series on sport, Reaching Out.
The street children of Cape Town who have nothing and no one. But today, for once, they have something to smile about. These children were rounded up and brought here by the South African Police Service, and they fall into two very distinct groups. The day strollers, those are children who never go to school and whose parents have a drink or drug problem. And then the homeless, they're children who live and sleep on the streets. The ages of the street children vary, but some of those fending for themselves are no more than toddlers.
They're average from maybe 5, 6 years old and up into their teens. Obviously, you know, there's a financial burden, obviously children, circumstances at home. Obviously, in cases we also have child abuse where the children are then forced to leave their home and then obviously go and live on the streets.
13-year-old Anele lived on the streets for 5 years. He told me he ran away from home when he was just 9 years old because his mother beat him when she caught him stealing. He swapped the shack he shared with her and 2 sisters for a scrap of land under a flyover. Accompanied by an officer from the South African Police Service, he took me to see the car park which served as his home.
He slept around here and they were using glue to, like here's a bed. And some of the guys stayed in that area, there, stayed in that area, was sleeping here. But most of the guys slept here around.
So you were sniffing glue?
They were,
plastic, when you put your glue in, and when you sniff it, yes, and then you smoking cigarettes and that stuff.
How do you survive? What do you do for food?
We used to get food here by the houses.
So the people used to give you food from those houses there?
Sometimes.
But more often than not, you were hungry?
Yeah. But when there's cars here, some of the children broke the cars from the people.
Were you very scared sometimes when you were on the street?
Yes, actually, but now I'm not scared anymore.
The street kids is like a family. They will come together and be like a family, and they will take care of each other.
Anele's life recently changed for the better. A local woman took pity on him and gave him shelter in her home. It's only a mat on the floor, but it makes him one of the lucky ones. Life is not so promising for many of the others on the programme, but at least for today, they were around people who care. Ronke Phillips, London Tonight, Cape Town.
Amazing stories, and there'll be more from Ronke in South Africa tomorrow.